Hello everyone, this is Dr. Spinach and today is our first upload from PLAB 2 15 days video sprint public accountability challenge. This is day 1 of 15 and today's topic is how to use your 90 seconds outside GMC cubicle wisely. This is a very crucial time that decides your first impression to examiner as well as to the patient. Well, this is a time that can either make you panic or consume your mind with different types of scenarios that you think you might encounter. And none of them is the correct way to approach your 90 seconds and your nth number of station wisely. Let's break these steps that you can follow in the 90 seconds into 3 simple steps. The first one is to identify the task. The second one is to rehearse the introduction, and the third one is to revise the essentials. Let's get started with the first one. Let's imagine that you're standing outside the GMC cubicle. Well, there is a plastic holder, transparent one, which has a paper inside that hanging where your station details are given, just next to the door of the cubicle. Let's see an example station. This example station is taken from the GMC website. You are an FY2 doctor in GP. Your patient, James Horton, aged 45, has presented with a complaint of pain in head. Talk to the patient, assess him, and discuss the plan of management. Now, it's important for you to read the task in hand in 4 separate headings. And these headings include setting, patient specification, presenting complaints, and what you need to do. Now let's start with the setting. Here, the setting can be GP, A&E, or department. This gives you not only information about your placement, but also the urgency of the situation that you're about to encounter. In this case, it is a general practice. The second one is the patient specification. That is the name, age, and gender of the patient. You need to keep this in mind when you enter the cubicle. And also, it helps you with identifying, general conditions associated with the age and gender of the patient. In this case, it is James Horton, age 45, likely a male. The next is the presenting complaints. Here, it is pain in head. And the final one is what you need to do. Talk, assess, and discuss the management. Discuss. Now, it may seem a lot when you break this task in these 4 compartments. I broke it down into 4 compartments because many times the last one, that is what you need to do, is either missed or forgotten when you start doing the task, which has an impact on your marking criteria. Now, once you have imprinted the task at hand around 10 seconds of your time, now it's time for the thinking process. That is the second step. That is the introduction. Now you have 80 seconds left, which is enough for you to prepare for a great first impression. In the second task, you will have to start rehearsing the first lines that you are going to present to the examiner and the patient. Now, this will include your introduction, greeting, introduction, and confirming the name and age of the patient. Let's imagine you are entering the cubicle. The first thing that you say is greet and tell your name and GMC number. So greet could be either hello, good morning, or good afternoon according to the time of the day. I am Dr. Spinach and my GMC number is 123456789. Now you turn to the patient and you introduce yourself. Hello, I'm Dr. Spinach, one of the junior doctors or one of the FY2 as given in the task in the GP clinic today. So you have, if you remember, the first thing that we did in the task was the setting, right? The setting was you're an FY2 and you are in a GP clinic. Now, once you've done this, you confirm the name and age of the patient. Can I please confirm your name and age? So, the task, that is the patient specifications that you actually revised, actually saw outside the cubicle. Hi, I am James Horton and I am 45. Now, once you have rehearsed the introduction, we go on about with the presenting complaints. That is the third task. Now, before coming to the third task, Let me tell you, why am I asking you to rehearse a simple introduction outside the cubicle? Because when you're outside the cubicle, you will mostly focus on differential diagnosis and thinking about the management plan for this patient. And the bell rings. Now, when you enter the cubicle, you panic. And this panic may lead you to make mistakes in your introduction. You may repeat yourself, you may correct your grammar, repeating yourself. Now, this will make you lose confidence in yourself and the confidence of patient in you as well. So when you have rehearsed it just 80 seconds before the station, your introduction is going to flow very smoothly, and this will give you confidence in the station, as well as the patient's confidence in you, as well as the great first impression to the examiner. Now, this is only a small part of what you are going to do outside the cubicle for 90 seconds. Let's jump into the third one, the third step, that is revise the essentials. So, the next thing that you have to do is to visualize the station of headache. In this case, the prerequisite becomes, an already prepared template that should run at the back of your mind. Revise all the questions from Socrates. Revise Odipara terms in order for you to elaborate on the associated symptoms. Remind yourself of ICE, that is idea, concerns, and expectations. Revise the examinations that you may have to do or investigations that you may have to order. Think of differentials and a general plan of management. Now, I'm saying a general plan of management, not a specific one, because you do not know the diagnosis yet. Most importantly, remind yourself, I do not know this station and I will not enter the cubicle with any prior assumptions or diagnosis already on my mind. Why? Why? Because this messes up everything. Assumptions mean you already have a diagnosis in your mind. That means you will ask questions according to that diagnosis. This also means that you will be more scripted, and this can be spotted by the examiner and you can lose marks there. You really need to be very open-minded when you enter the cubicle in PLAB 2 without any assumptions, but taking a station at a time as you enter. So if you see, the things that I have listed are very general things for you to rehearse and revise in your mind before you enter the cubicle. This also helps you if you are not given any information about the presenting complaints of the patient. In those cases, when you are only given about the patient specification and the task that you have to do, you can still have a revision, have a rehearsal of an introduction, a revision of a general history-taking template, Socrates, Odipara, visualization of a history-taking template at the back of your mind, ICE, examinations, investigations, defining the diagnosis or explaining the diagnosis to the patient, and a general management plan that will cover a follow-up and safety netting to the patient. When you go with this general idea, you know that you are not going to miss important sections in your station. This may seem a lot in the beginning, but when you start reading and practicing, it becomes an easy task. This is how you can use your 90 seconds of your time outside the cubicle wisely. Let's revise what we have learned in this video. So, when you are outside the cubicle, you have 90 seconds. How to use these 90 seconds wisely? By 3 simple steps. First, you identify the task. Identification of the task requires 4 steps. The first one is to identify the setting. The second, patient specification. Third, presenting complaint. And fourth, what you need to do. Once you have identified the task, the second one is to rehearse the introduction. Introduction requires you to rehearse your introduction and confirming the patient specification or patient details. And finally, outlining the essentials that you need to ask in the station, which we have discussed in details in this video. that's all about my video today. I hope you gained insights from this video. Now, there is a very important announcement that I need to make before I wind up. I'm hosting a 7-day PLAB 2 birthday bootcamp from September 1st to September 7th, where I will be taking PLAB 2 live online classes. These will cover all the major topics of PLAB 2, no kidding, all the major topics that you as PLAB 2 aspirant always struggle with. These sessions will help you practice with your co-doctors in the breakout rooms. This also covers a VIP WhatsApp group and Q&A sessions and VIP support on WhatsApp. And I am giving a 20% discount if you sign up until 27th of August. If you are interested, you can send me an email on drspinach21@gmail.com. The email is on your screen. And mention that you're interested in PLAB 2 birthday bootcamp. Or you can message me on Instagram on my Instagram ID, that is dr__spinach. It is on my screen as well. You can also find the description, the links to these in the description section below. Now, this is a very special bootcamp. One, because it is the cheapest bootcamp and the most value-giving bootcamp that you are not going to find anywhere else, I promise. Also because, this is something that I am gifting myself as a birthday milestone. So I am only charging a very minimal fee for hosting it on an online platform, enormous information, support, and tutoring. So I would not want you to miss this one-time thing. Email or message me now and I will send you the details. Now, it's time to wind up this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. When you leave a comment, it helps my channel to grow because, YouTube puts it up on the algorithm so that more viewers can watch my video and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with someone, with just one person in your friend list who is taking this PLAB 2 exam so that they can benefit as well. And subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Thank you very much, and I will see you on tomorrow, day 2 of 15 days PLAB 2 video sprint public accountability challenge. Dr. Spinach signing off.